Hi guys, today we will learn how to make Apple game effect. If you just go to Scratch, type Apple, you can see there are a game made by GriffPatch. Just a minute, okay. If you just go to his game, you can see it just have an effect for a transparent wall. If you just go inside the wall, it have just the outline. And in our tutorial, we'll make this effect, but we'll make it for a complex shape, not for something like tiles or cubes. So now I have this empty project. Here are, I'll call it normal, and crouch. So I'll make it with the scratch cats. So we will have just two sprites because actually in some games there are uh, some games there are more than one custom because they have an animation. So I'll have these two customs, and you can just have more than one custom or two or three, whatever you want. So now forever loop, switch to custom normal, then if key space pressed, switch to custom normal, crouch. So now you can see if I just press space it will crouch. If I don't press space it will not crouch. Let me just 0 0. Sorry. Okay, so now we have this for the custom, and also change X and change Y. I'll just make a simple player movement script. I'll make it 8 8 and a minus. Key right, key right and key left, and so here 8 multiplied by key right arrow pressed minus left arrow pressed, and change Y by 8 multiplied by up arrow pressed minus down arrow pressed. So now we now can move with the arrows. Let me just save it and also make it go to the center in the beginning. So now I will just make it collide with the walls. So if touching, or repeat until not touching, I just want to delete this if, repeat until not touching. So now before we add the touching, I will have this block that the player will just go inside and make that effect. And here the wall the player will just collide. I will just add a color sensing block, but you can make it not in color, touching sprites, and make two sprites, one for collide and one for the effect. So now I'll make it like this, and yes, and to back. Okay, I'll just make it like that. Click the green flag, and yes, I think that's good. So now repeat until not touching the red color. red color, then change x by the script, but a -1. Can just duplicate it and change the x with a change y. And I will delete this and duplicate that. So now it can collide with a, oh sorry, I just want to make a block, move, because I want it to run without screen refresh, and put all of this code over here and make it move. So now it can just move and collide with the red color. So now I want to send it to the back, and also I want to create a clone of myself. So now when I start as a clone, wait 0 seconds, then delete this clone. So now, because I used Scratch add-on, I have a clone counter, and now we have just one clone. And also we want go to front layer just for the clone. So now actually we have a clone and a normal sprite. So now if I just crouch, also the clone will crouch. Let me just make it normal outline. I will just copy it. Sorry, okay, copy, and I'll just make it crouch, not to crouch outline. So now here I'll just stop the project and make it unfill, and I'll just work with this first. I'll make it unfill. So I don't want it to be like this. I'll just take the eraser tool and make it something like 20, and let me just make it something like this. You can just say that the outline. So now if I just choose it and make it like this, it will just erase this one. And to choose this one, place it over here, choose the tail, erase it like this, yes, over here, and also I want to make it not like this, just like this. I think that's good, but I don't want, let me just ungroup it all. First I'll delete the transparent eyes. Also I want to delete this. So I want the outline to be like that, but one last thing, I want to delete it like this. So now that's the outline. Also over here I'll make the same thing. So I'll just stop the, just a minute, okay, I'll just stop it for a minute and come back. Okay guys, I just come back and I finish it. Okay, there are something I just see it now. 10, just the hand. Okay, so now if I just try it out, nothing changing. But what about make a block? Or okay, if you just have too much customs, it's better to just make a block. I will make a block for now, call it set clone custom. Okay, just set a clone with number, row without sacrifice. That's so important. So now I have just two customs and two custom. So now I want just you must just count all the customs that just a normal custom, not an outline. So now you can just, here are the clone, set and repeat number. If you just have something like 2 like me, or 3 or small number, you can just make it like this over here. But here I'll just next custom make it like this. So now set a clone to 2. So why I choose 2? Because I have 2 normal customs. So now if I just start, you can see it just work. I just crouch, we have this effect. So in Apple game the outline was gray, and if we are just try to change the outline color, outline with the red, you can see we just click the green flag again. Okay, just sorry, I can't choose the red because the player is actually colliding with the red. Before everything I will just ungroup that and remove these parts. Okay, so if I just make it something like, let me just, yes, so if I just try to change his color something like a green, you can see the outline has been green, so I don't want that. So you can't actually make it a color, but you can't make it between the black and the white. So here you can just change the brightness, but it will not work. You can see, okay, layer craft effect. So now you can see just a little bit of a gray, but also it changed the real outline. So here just black and here just gray. So here you want to change the ghost effect. So now I think it's just changing, but here I'll make it 50. So now just gray. And yes, so now I just say in the beginning of the video that it will work with a complex shape. Let me just try to make a complex shape with that, something like this, to just see. Okay, I don't think that's a complex shape. I want just to make something, okay, something like this. So now it will just work. And yes, that's all. So now if I just try to make any shape, that will work. So now before I just go out, and also to work with that craft custom. So now I want to add a new custom that it will be the same craft but like this. Okay, so just duplicate the craft outline and make it like this. So now if I just try it, it will be not work. So why? Because we have 3 customs and the just thing you want to change it to make it a 3. So now if key, let me just put a, then crouch 2. So now I can just make crouch 2, a normal crouch, or just nothing, and idle. And yes, that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you just subscribe with this image over here and see some videos. Bye bye.